Welcome back, everyone, to News 8. WGAL News 8 is on your side tonight with a News 8 Ad Watch. Tonight, on your side, investigator Brian Roach examines a claim against the Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden that has been made in several different ads seen on television and on YouTube.
We've heard from many viewers asking us to check the claims made in several different ads that attack Joe Biden on eliminating hundreds of thousands of jobs in the fracking industry. But those claims and the job numbers do not appear to add up.
When Joe Biden says he'd eliminate fracking, he's talking about my job.
The latest ad making this claim is paid for by America First Action Super PAC, a pro-Trump political action committee.
Joe Biden be devastating for us.
It's the latest ad to claim that Joe Biden wants a ban on fracking that could wipe out up to 600,000 jobs in PA.
Would there be any place for fossil fuels, including coal and fracking, in a Biden administration?
No, we would work it out. We would make sure it's eliminated.
This ad, also from America First Action, uses a clip from a March 15th debate that makes it appear that Biden would eliminate fracking entirely. But immediately after this debate, Biden's campaign clarified his comments, saying he continues to support banning oil and gas permitting on public lands and waters going forward. He does not want to eliminate fracking entirely. On his website, Biden puts it in writing that he is in favor of banning new oil and gas permitting on public lands and waters. But let's focus on the number of 600,000 jobs. According to the Pennsylvania Department of Labor and Industry, as of March of this year, a total of 27,853 people were employed in the gas extraction and oil drilling industry in Pennsylvania. Data from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics shows a total of 569,000 people employed in the oil and gas extraction fields nationwide.
America First Action is responsible.
News 8 contacted America First Action, which tells us the 600,000 job figure it's using is coming from this report from the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, which states that Pennsylvania would lose an estimated 600,000 jobs. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, there are 6.4 million workers in the entire state of Pennsylvania. 600,000 workers in the fracking industry would be 10% of that entire workforce. The fact-checking website PolitiFact has labeled the claim that Biden would eliminate fracking as mostly false. Factcheck.org labels the fracking claim as misleading. Now, while Biden did seem to state during that debate that he wants to eliminate fracking, he and his campaign have repeatedly stated he does not want to stop fracking entirely. He does want to ban new permits for fracking on public lands and water. So we're going to label this claim as misleading. I'm Brian Roach. On your side, WGAL News 8.
Now, according to America First Action, the man speaking in that ad is an employee of a fracking company that volunteered to speak and was not paid for his time. The group would not identify him.